The bridge of the Dominion dreadnought Cracksthorn hummed with cold metallic precision. Admiral Vorkul, supreme conqueror of the Harrow Dominion, stood rigid before the viewport as the pale blue sphere of Earth rotated beneath them. Its oceans shimmered with sunlit innocence, an illusion Vorkul despised. To him, every world was a battlefield waiting to be catalogued, subjugated, or sterilized. Humanity, he growled, tasting the word. Primitive. Disorganized. Emotional. Their empire lasted barely 3 centuries before collapsing into petty factions. General Zyrash, a sinewy reptilian creature with 4 crystal-like eyes, bowed. Our projections estimate a 98% chance of rapid capitulation. Their technology is unevolved. Their species lacks the genetic discipline to resist the Dominion. Vorkul allowed himself a thin smile, feeling the satisfaction coil through his trio of hearts. In all recorded history, the Dominion had never been repelled. They consumed star systems with efficiency. Never cruelty, never mercy. They simply harvested what was useful and eliminated what was not. Humanity, he decided, would last perhaps a galactic month. Prepare the descent fleet, he ordered, and activate the Worldbreaker cannons. We start with their orbital defenses. The crew executed his command with polished obedience. Vorkul didn't bother to watch. The outcome was predetermined. Humanity, he believed, would shatter like dry stone. It was the Dominion's first mistake. 1. The first broken assumption. Astronaut Maya Rios sat strapped inside the failing orbital station Hopewell as the Dominion's opening barrage vaporized the station's defense grid. Warning lights flickered, panels exploded in showers of sparks, and somewhere behind her, a bulkhead tore away, exposing a brief window to the void before emergency shutters slammed shut. Her helmet HUD flashed. Hostile contact. Non-human origin. She didn't have time to be afraid. Earth was under attack. Maya. Commander Lewis's voice crackled through the comms. Evac. Pods are still online. Go now. But the station's data cores. Maya. That's an order. The station shuddered again. She launched herself down the corridor using handholds, heart pounding. As she neared the escape bay, a second explosion shook the station. The lights went dead. For a moment, she floated in absolute darkness. Then the stars appeared, cold, distant, uncaring. Yet in that vast emptiness, Maya felt something ignite inside her. Something stubbornly, fiercely human. She reached the pod, sealed the hatch, and ejected. As her pod descended toward the burning world below, she saw hundreds of other escape pods, human-made satellites, and Dominion fighters streaking across the sky in a grim rain of fire. The invasion had begun, and humanity, terrified, unprepared, fractured though it was, would not break. 2. The price of underestimation. Vorkul watched the first day's engagements with clinical indifference. Earth's militaries responded chaotically but bravely, firing missiles and railguns that fizzled harmlessly against Dominion shields. Ground forces attempted counterattacks, but their movements were predictable, easy to suppress. A single Earth day had been enough to topple their global communications, neutralize their orbital defense web, and shut down most electrical grids with targeted EMP strikes. Prepare reclamation protocols, Vorkul commanded. Humanity will be pacified by cycle's end. General Zyrash nodded. Resistance is scattered. Their spirit breaks quickly. But it didn't. Reports began trickling in, confusing, contradictory, improbable. Human militias in South America had ambushed Dominion scouting parties, using terrain to their advantage. A coalition of hackers from Russia had infiltrated Dominion auxiliary servers, corrupting atmospheric drones. In Africa, Guerrilla groups had downed 3 Dominion transports using salvaged munitions and improvised explosives. Vorkul's irritation grew. "How are primitives disrupting our forces?" he demanded. Zyrash hesitated. "Humans display an unusual adaptability. Their tactics are inconsistent, sometimes illogical. They improvise constantly. Our predictive models are failing." "Then update the models." "We have. They still fail." Vorkul's eyes narrowed. Humans should not be capable of such rapid tactical evolution. Zyrash's throat sacs tightened. "It appears we underestimated their psychological resilience." Vorkul dismissed the thought. "Resilience is irrelevant. Firepower decides wars, not spirit." Another mistake. 3. The ground war. Maya's pod crashed into the Colorado Rockies. She dragged herself out just in time to watch a Dominion corvette streak overhead, followed by a human-commandeered helicopter firing stolen Dominion plasma weapons. She stumbled toward a group of survivors gathered near a cave entrance, a rough mix of civilians, mountain rangers, and soldiers wearing mismatched gear. A woman with braided hair and ash-streaked cheeks approached, rifle slung over her shoulder. "Survivor?" Maya nodded. "NASA, Hopewell Station. I can help with tech, communications, whatever you need." The woman extended a hand. "Captain Alyssa Grant, Militia Commander. Welcome to the Resistance." Before Maya could respond, a teenager sprinted from inside the cave. "Captain, the Dominion Patrol is heading this way." Grant cursed. "Positions." "Maya, stay behind me." But Maya stepped forward. "I can rewire a Dominion drone. Give me 60 seconds and access to your comms array." Grant blinked, taken aback. "You can do that?" "Humans learn fast," Maya said. The Dominion patrol descended into the valley as Maya worked feverishly with a scalpel, a broken transmitter, and a salvaged Dominion energy cell. Dominion soldiers, towering, armored, efficient, advanced in formation. Then Maya activated her improvised device. A screeching burst of static exploded across the valley, frying Dominion short-range comms and scrambling their targeting sensors. Human fighters rose from behind rocks, trees, and abandoned vehicles, opening fire with scavenged rifles and homemade rail-shot weapons. The Dominion patrol faltered, confused. And in that hesitation, humanity struck. 4. The study of a species. Admiral Vorkul reviewed footage of the defeat with growing disbelief. Dominion soldiers, elite, genetically perfected, had been routed by humans using scrap metal and guerrilla tactics. "These results are unacceptable," he snapped. "Explain." A Dominion scientist bowed low. "Humans exhibit neural plasticity far beyond predicted parameters. They adapt under pressure. They cooperate without central command. They innovate based solely on necessity." Vorkul scoffed. "This is chaos, not strategy." "Chaos," the scientist said cautiously, "is their strategy." Vorkul slammed his claws against the console. "Enough of this poetic nonsense. Initiate Stage 2. Eradicate all major cities. I want Earth's morale broken." General Zyrash hesitated. "Admiral, I must recommend against escalation. Humanity grows more unpredictable with every strike. Desperation fuels them." Vorkul snarled. "Desperation fuels surrender." But Zyrash thought privately. Not for humans. He had been observing the enemy closely. Humans were a species that grew stronger the more they suffered. They adapted, evolved, and retaliated with terrifying ingenuity. Their greatest weakness, their emotions, was becoming their greatest strength. Yet Vorkul refused to see it. 5. Sparks of defiance. News of the Colorado Resistance's success spread across remaining networks. Maya found herself drifting between combat zones.